The Romans, renowned for their vast empire and military prowess, established one of the most advanced and effective armies in ancient history. They achieved this dominance by adapting and evolving the army structure and organization to conquer their adversaries. Marius revolutionized the Roman army by reforming the maniple system to focus on cohort units, making it much more terrifying and lethal. The Roman army took immense pride in its well-defined hierarchy, which ensured efficient command and control. The soldiers were organized into various ranks, each with specified responsibilities and privileges. The core of the Roman army was the legion, consisting of 5,200 to 6,000 infantrymen. The soldiers of the legion were known as legionaries. These were typically Roman citizens who joined the army voluntarily or through conscription. The legionaries were organized into small units called contuberniums, which played a minor tactical role but served to maintain morale and group cohesion. A contubernium consisted of 8 legionaries and 2 support staff who shared living quarters, equipment, and cooking utensils. Each contubernium was led by a decanus, meaning chief of 10. 10 contuberniums formed the centuria, which comprised 100 men, 80 legionaries, and 20 support staff, commanded by a centurion. The legionaries that showed outstanding bravery would be promoted to the rank of centurion. They played a crucial role in discipline enforcement and were frequently seen as the forefront of the battle lines. In the Roman legion, 6 centuries were grouped to form a legionary cohort, with the most senior centurion becoming the commander of the cohort. The size of the cohort would be 400 legionaries with 120 support staff. If centurions wanted to advance in ranks, they would need to show bravery during battle before being promoted to a more senior cohort. The first cohort was the most senior, the centurion being referred to as primus pilus. They commanded a cohort or doubled their men, with only 5 centurions since it contained specialist troops and other admin components. The titles for the centurions in the first cohort were first centuria, primus pilus, second centuria, princeps prior, third centuria, princeps posterior, fourth centuria, hastatus prior, fifth centuria, hastatus posterior, which were the primi ordines, the 5 centurions of the first cohort, which outranked all the other centurions from the other cohorts. In the other cohorts, the titles given to the centurions were first centuria, pilus prior, second centuria, pilus posterior, third centuria, princeps prior, fourth centuria, princeps posterior, fifth centuria, hastatus prior, sixth centuria, hastatus posterior. The cohorts would also group legionaries depending on their skill and military experience. The second cohort, weaker or newer troops. Third cohort, normal competence. Fourth cohort, weaker or newest troops. Fifth cohort, normal competence. Sixth cohort, the finest of the young men. Seventh cohort, weaker or newest troops. Eighth cohort, contain the selected troops. Ninth cohort, weaker or newest troops. And 10th cohort, the good troops. Before discussing the top officials in the Roman legion, let's first explore some significant roles within the legion that held importance. The aquilifer held a solitary position within the legion and served as the bearer of the eagle standard. This role was highly esteemed due to the crucial significance of the standard. Similarly, the imaginifer carried the image of the emperor, symbolizing the troops' unwavering loyalty to him. In each centuria there was a signifer who had multiple responsibilities. They were in charge of managing the soldiers' pay and savings, as well as serving as the standard bearer for the centurial signum. This signum was a spear shaft adorned with medallions, often topped with an open hand symbolizing the soldier's oath of loyalty. Working alongside the signifer was the konneken, whose duty was to capture the attention of the soldiers by blowing the horn and to relay the audible commands given by the officers. Each centurion appointed a second in command known as the optio. He would be stationed at the rear of the ranks to keep the troops in order. His duties as the second in command would be enforcing the orders of the centurion, vast number of administrative duties, and taking over command in battle if the situation arises. Similar to the optio, there was another role within each centuria called tesserarius, who held the position of guard commander. They organized and had command over the nightly guard assigned to keep watch over the fort when in garrison or in camp. Moving on to the top official positions, we have the tribuni angulisti clavi, or admin officers, which were 5 low-ranking tribunes who were from the equestrian class and had some years of military experience. They were usually young men who sought to join the tribune to advance their political careers. The third in command was the praefectus castrorum, or the camp commander. It was the highest position a low social status Roman could achieve and was generally given to a long-serving veteran. He was used as a senior officer in charge of training a legion, though he could also command a cohort of auxiliaries. Tribunus Laticlavius would be the second in command and was another young Roman, who, unlike the admin officers, had much more experience with the military. He was appointed by the emperor or the senate and would become the commander of the legion after the legate's death, but was generally not the actual second in command in battle due to his youthful age. Lastly, we have the legatus legionis, who held the highest position as the overall commander of the legion. This role was typically bestowed upon a senator, with a tenure of 3 or 4 years. In addition to commanding the legion, the legatus legionis also served as the provincial governor if the legion was deployed within a province. Additionally, they held command over the auxiliary unit that was attached to the legion, although it was not formally integrated into the legion's command structure. Well, there's actually another rank with the chain of command, and that is a legatus Augusti pro praetore, or the imperial legate. Similar to his subordinate, he would serve as the provincial governor if the legion was deployed, but he uniquely would command 2 or more legions within the province. The structure of the Roman army was maintained during the transitional of late Roman Republic to early Roman Empire, with Augustus making incremental changes like adding a fixed service of 16 years at first, then mending it to 20 years in 6 AD. He created the Auriarium Militare, or military treasure, to resolve the problem of the discharge pension, which would allow veterans to receive retirement benefits of 3,000 denarii for legionaries and 5,000 denarii for praetorians. He added benefits such as citizenships extended to all soldiers, which made them exempt from certain taxes, which was crucial to help enroll soldiers into the army. The Praetorian Guard was made a permanent force of the 9th cohort, which was the weaker new troops, which really fits them. The Vigiles in the 7th cohort were made up of freedmen in charge of various functions around the city, aka fire, policing, etc. The hierarchical structure and operational strategies of the Roman Empire's army played a pivotal role in establishing its dominance in the ancient world. By employing an organized ranking system and maintaining disciplined forces, the Roman army was able to bring a sense of order and effectiveness to its military campaigns. Furthermore, the empire's utilization of innovative military tactics, such as the cohort formation, expertise in siege warfare, and skilled cavalry contributed to its reputation as an imposing force. The Romans' engineering proficiency and logistical capabilities further strengthened the military prowess. Studying the structure and operational strategies of the Roman Empire's army allows us to better understand the intricacies and the complexities that led to the remarkable military achievements.